Thank you for joining us. Do the birds seem louder this year? If you've been able to get out for a walk, are there things that you've noticed that you hadn't seen before? Well, one of the few positives of this time of lockdown is that the roads are a bit quieter, and perhaps we are able to hear things we don't usually hear so easily. So perhaps the birds do seem louder. And if we're able to get out, perhaps we're getting into corners of the town that we hadn't been before. So we're seeing things anew. On Sunday, we'll be looking at one of my favourite bits of the Bible. It's St. Luke's description of the road to Emmaus. Two disciples are desperate to get home, to leave Jerusalem, leave the lockdown, because of course the disciples were locked in the upper room for fear that what happened to Jesus would happen to them. So those two disciples are walking to Emmaus and wanting to get there as quickly as they can. And the strange but perhaps understandable thing is that in their desperation to escape, they failed to notice that the stranger who was walking alongside them, the stranger who is speaking to them, is actually Jesus himself. Now it looks like we're going to be in this lockdown for some time, to some degree, certainly. And I'm as keen, as desperate to leave this lockdown as anybody else. But I guess the danger is that in our desperation to leave lockdown, we miss out on what God has in store for us in the lockdown, in the here and now. I believe that God wants to say fresh things, wants to show us fresh things. So I want to leave you with a bit of a question. What is it in the change of pace, in the restrictions of lockdown, that God wants to say to you, that God wants to show to you? I look forward to seeing you on Sunday at 10 o'clock. Thank you, and God bless.